Okay, folks, I was looking for a tool that I had. It's here. It is. It fell back here. This is what I was looking for this morning. One of these. This is something that I actually never had much use for, and then found that I needed a use for it. It's just a pair of tongs, whatever, but they naturally stay closed. So could just put it like that, not put a lot of pressure on it. Of course, we can use the helping hands as well. Oh, we don't need sunglasses. Not that bright in here. We built this MG34. And that should be good to go. Yep. So this thing just has a lot of pressure on this thing. But the MG34 should fit in here like so. I'm not sure. Oh, really? Yeah, this thing has a shitload of torque. All right. The Earthman. Welcome. Enter the Earthman. Okay, this thing isn't drilled in, so we're going to do that. We're definitely going to be really careful about burning this stuff inside, though, because there's some kind of funk on this stuff, whether it's old dust or mold or something. So what were you able to find out from different armies being different point values? Was it Now you're planning on playing only DBF? Is that right? Yeah, this Chinese drill bit ain't doing great. Actually, I have a lot of drill bits. I forgot I have these over here. Let's see what we got in here. I think these are a little bit better quality. Okay, this is going a little bit better. There you go. I wish I had a little bit more of this stuff to raise the level of it, but the neighbor got DBA. You got a neighbor that plays? Got DBA, so you're going to play that, but DBF can handle bigger armies, maybe up to 30 or 40 stands, so we might use it for other things. You may not know the answer to this, but do you think that a lot of people are going to play DBF instead of 3.0 because that way they can do their hot stuff and also? I know you're planning on doing hot things. Is there like a theme that you're going to do? Like a particular army of... Still early days. Yeah, I'm not a. I don't know why. I don't know why so many people have problems doing historical things. I don't. I'm not interested in in any period of history. There's some parts of history I'm not interested at all. But I feel like there's got to be some kind of part of history that is interesting to someone. Demon World orcs in a box yearning for paint. Those things in the early 2000s, those things were going for a ridiculous amount of money because they were out of print. And I think they look really good, at least online. They're very Games Workshop looking. The only thing Games Workshop did, other than traditional fantasy stuff, that I didn't care for their take on it, you're in the middle of nowhere, Kansas? Is trolls. I don't like their take on trolls. I'm actually not really fond of them, of their orcs and goblins and everything else also being, all of them being green. It's a little too much of the same thing, over and over again. Well, the neighbor is of Indian Pakistani descent, so he's doing a classical Indian army with some morphs. Yeah, I saw whatever the new Kingdoms mod was for Field of Glory, and I saw that they have Indian armies and stuff like that, and I really like those kind of armies, and not necessarily because they have elephants. I just like that they're very colorful, and I get to do a fun accent while I'm playing them. Hey, that's part of the fun. I was trying to think, how many Indian armies do I have? I may only have one. I may only have one. The Rajputs. Rajputs with Essex Mughal figures. So they're not the right figures, but they're, close enough for most people. I would rather get the right figures, but, I just can't crap them out of thin air. So I guess you have a neighbor that wants to play his people, right? Because there's some people that don't like where they come from. I mean, I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me, but can put the little cover on or not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna, man, this thing's got a lot of flash on it. Oh, easy, easy there, killer. Had that one kid that would come on here, and he said he was half Thai and half German. He didn't like the fact that he was German. Man, you don't get to pick who your mama is, you know? Man, I need to wake up. I'm all groggy again. And I made a coffee. This is gonna fit like so. Back on the pooter. Well, we had some people come over this weekend, and we played a game. That we own, that was given to us, and we had to try and turn the corner on seeing how it was played by somebody teaching us, instead of watching the YouTube videos, which we didn't make it very far. Been seeing a few DVF reports and comments. Yeah, intrigued. Not rushing out to buy yet. I mean, it's been a long time since 3.0 came out. What piece is that? Oh, man. Here's the paddle. Here's the shovel. All right, what are we looking at here? I'm gonna go take my contacts out. Be right back. Need to be able to see a little bit better vision. Way too early to be going to bed. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. All right. All right, let's trim this little shovel there. The paddle that you're up a creek without. Something happened. I want to say something happened today. I was like, I'm going to tell my people about this. Could be a cricket bat. me snap out of this shit. There we go. Twist that thing into place where it goes. Yeah, I haven't fully completed any of the Jeeps. Well, 2 American Jeeps are complete, but I just don't know what the hell this goes on. It's got like a little peg there. I'm gonna hide this. And this one. We won't need either one of these two. Well, I got my contacts pulled. You're in the same boat. You got a sore throat, but drained since the last few days. I only woke up from a nap about an hour ago. Wonder how those S model Jeeps are. Well, see if I can wake up a little bit talking about it. They're really expensive because they cost the same as a tank. I don't know about buying a little Jeep that's this big and it costs the same as an SU-85. You know? Ah, he's back. The price is right on those things. I wonder what those little tankettes are like. I wonder what those L3s are like. S model stuff fits together extremely well. Extremely well. And their decals are excellent. So I have nothing but good things to say about S model, other than I wish they made more things. I really wish they made more things. I don't have that much stuff from them, but I do have those Panzer IIs, the SU-85s that I picked up a few months ago, several months ago. Well, I wonder if Nerd Burglar Rick is going to make an appearance. Well, I told him we had some people over and actually friends with my daughter, and they're into board games, and he taught us how to play Azul. And I have that. Really enjoying all the... Oh, we had a good time with that. It's a popular game. I mean, okay, I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back, and we'll see if we can figure out where the hell these little things go. Because they're pictured on here, but that's the extent of what they're going to show you. On this drawing, it looks like this is on the inside. Alright, I'll be right back in just a moment. Think I fell in. No, I'm just trying to do a lot. I'm trying to wake the fuck up, man. Make some more coffee. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. And we went paddling up a river and down a river. It's about 100 degrees out there. Or close. And then eventually the radiation catches up with you. All right. Let's see if we can't make up which way is which way. Yeah, and then I want to get ice. And then I had my cup that's basically empty. But I spilled some of the coffee in the ice tray, so I'd take the whole fucking ice tray out. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Where's the instructions here? Come on, get my picture here. Here we go. Okay, it says, this has like a little bump. And the bump needs to be towards the top. Okay, and that makes sense because these little sides, let me go ahead and clip this on now. Let's go ahead and clip this on here. No, this is tight. This is hard as shit. I need to probably put this on one of these, Yeah, just trying to, man, it's not even, it's 6 o'clock at night, man. I need to like wake the fuck up. It's totally bright out there. Let's see what I can press down, where I can press down on this thing and not mess it up. I don't know much about this vehicle at all. I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to this Schwimmwagen. But the only thing I know about it is that picture with Piper in it. You know, every Nazi's little fanboy. Every little Nazi's fanboy. I don't know shit about Joachim Piper. Even though I do have an Osprey book on him. I think it's him and Scorzeni. I just got it recently. Haven't looked at it. I said there might be some bold shit on there. The Battle of Bulgus Maximus. You know, really, the Battle of Kursk should be the Battle of the Bulge. I mean, that's a heck of a bulge. Okay, and this just kind of, let's see if I can kind of pinpoint where what this is going to look like, putting it on here. Don't be twisting on me. I think it's going to go across from there to there. All right, so I'm going to bend this a tiny little bit. Let's wait. Come on, let's wake up. I'm starting to feel a little bit woke up. These are totally little vehicles that are super interesting in scenarios. You can see like somebody getting one of these things and running somebody over. A machine gun jammed, aim for the dude, run him over. But I always associate this with a vehicle that was never in Panzer Gray. Now, I don't know if that's accurate. I'm just misinterpreting, but it just seems like this is a vehicle that they didn't have in 1942. Like I said, I could be wrong. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. I'm actually not putting glue, it's softening the plastic. I'm going to take this right here, soften that, and then come over here and see if we can get all the stars to align. So needless to say, this is going to be some version of Dunkelgelb. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So we're going to go over to the other side over here. Now this one's kind of bent a little bit. And it's bent the opposite way it needs to be. Hair dryer might not be a bad idea for one of these, but okay, I think we got it now. Yep. The daughter said she was up for watching something with me tonight. I don't know what the hell it would be. I really wanted to get her to watch The Duelist. I don't know if she's going to be up for that. So on one of those channels, it's like free to watch. I don't even know how they make their money. I don't know how Tubi makes their money or Pluto makes their money. But they have commercials. I guess that's how they make their money, but as much as I dislike commercials on programming that's on free channels, so to speak. It's so much less commercials than the regular standard TV stations. Do I have one that's small? Alright, let's see if we have one here that's got a small tip. Nope. No, what about this one? Nope. Maybe it's hidden in here somewhere. I assume the Soviets had some sort of amphibious soft skin considering all the wetways and marsh they have. You're assuming the Soviets gave a shit about their people. The only thing that they had amphibious that I thought about was that T-37 light tank, which I'm not even gonna attach this to the knife. I don't need to put a lot of pressure on this thing. The T-37, which was armed with like a heavy machine gun. I don't know if they were equipped with anything else. I think they got some ducks. They might have gotten some of those little, what are those called? The amphibious jeeps. Deep? Or something like that. Another ugly vehicle. It's better looking than a duck. I mean, it's like an American Schwimmwagen. I think they got some of those. Greep? Jeep? Deep? Seep? Something. They look like a pair of galoshes too. I don't know that the Soviets made an intrinsic or a native amphibious vehicle. Okay, that turned out pretty well, removing that little bit of flash. That's, of course, right on that line there between the two pieces. Just put this back away where where it came. I don't know if they have it in. Jeffrey with a save here. What's that thing called? It had the 4-wheel and forward. Yeah, what is it called? Like a Deep or something? Triple SG6 sure is something. Never seen it before. Yeah, it's like a U.S. World War II amphibious Jeep. Ford GPA. Seep. That's what it is. Fuck, that's ugly. Seep. Now, what did you call? What was that thing you were looking at? You never seen before? Triple. Oh, I have a feeling that's ugly as shit. Triple SG6. Triple SG6. Triple SG6. Oh, fuck, that's ugly. Great day. Warlord makes one? Man, they're running out of stuff to do. Like a freaking horseshoe crab. You guys in Europe probably don't know what a horseshoe crab is. I don't know if they have them in Europe. Prehistoric ass Devonian period cockroach. Looks like a horseshoe crab. Man, that's ugly. And it's filled with Nazis. If you're going to have something filled with Nazis, at least make them look styling. That name Seep doesn't instill confidence. Hey, we're going to take a ride in a Seep. Hey, can we get some diapers? Oh, we had a blowout in the Seep. Ooh, got it all over you, didn't you? No. Well, you know, if it wasn't for the British, there should be some dumbass name things in the U.S. Army in the Second World War. You know, all the tanks would be, they wouldn't have names, right? You'd have an M3 medium tank, you'd have an M3 light tank, you'd have an M3 grease gun, you'd have an M3 half track. Like, geez, man, like, get off that frickin' number and do something else, you know? M1 carbine, M1 Garand. Like, thank goodness they gave them frickin' names of things. Like, pick a different number and a different letter. Okay? Got that on here. Let's look at the instructions. Got a paddle. Got this Chauvel. The little vehicle, small like a Seep, is a little vehicle called, I want to say it was an M29, called a Weasel. And I guess it would probably be the equivalent of an American Kettenkrad. Doesn't look like a Kettenkrad, but it's just small like that. Carries very few people in it. But it's a little track vehicle that... Shit. Where do you pop that? Man, I'm just telling you, there's nowhere to grab this thing. But I want to say it was used for a prime mover and really also made for being able to traverse really bad boggy terrain. Wasn't amphibious. And it's actually not ugly in so many words. The vehicle that I thought was actually really attractive, and I don't know what it's called, but it's that artillery tractor that hauls the big guns for the U.S. Army. It's like a tractor. I want to say it's an M6 tractor or something like that. Anyway, I think it's a really attractive vehicle. They had one of them that moved the 155 at that the Volusia Valor days. That's a pretty good looking vehicle as far as I'm concerned. Knockoff of a U.S. carry. No. And I don't think a universal carrier looks bad. M29 Weasel. It doesn't look like anything else. I think it's an M29 Weasel. Yep. Yeah, I guess it could be a knockoff of a universal carrier. Universal carrier looks like it's got a lot more protection. This thing is just like open top looking thing. But look at the track. Look at the pressure on the track. I mean, that's definitely made for going across boggy ground. First 150 Schwimmwagen in service early 41, but flawed. Full production not until autumn 42. So a few months of them being gray, and then they show up turning out in yellow. Okay. That shovel's on there. Headlamps are on there. That's all complete. And we just have this, the windscreen to put on. Okay. Well, we're not ready to glue that on yet. It's on to the Kettenkrad. Somebody was telling me the Kettenkrad was used to move aircraft. I don't know whether they're full of shit or not, but I mean, I guess that'll work. I mean, you know, make sure those air brakes are off. This is a nice model of this. Yes, most famously the ME-163 Comet. What, renaming things? There's a plane I have no intention of painting. Or building a model one. One thing that surprised me is I thought the Dornier 335 actually went into action. I think that's the name of it. That's actually, in a strange way, actually an attractive aircraft. That push prop thing. And I want to say I read somewhere that it's the fastest piston-engined aircraft of the Luftwaffe. It might actually be the fastest piston-engine aircraft of the war. Although technically they didn't get into action. A bit of a JS3 scenario. Okay, so which one faces forward? Okay, the one with the notch faces towards the rear. I'm looking for this. I won't be staying up late tonight. So we'll be able to hit the ground running in the morning. I don't know what the hell we'll work on, but it'll be something. these little things that go on the side here. Trim this little pieces out. Okay, and this kind of fits here. Minuscule little vehicle. Probably same thing with these. These probably weren't in gray very often. Poor man's half track. There's an 8 piece up here. Did you say you had a scenario for that? For the Kettenkrad? No. No. I did not have a scenario for the Schwimmwagen. I swear I'm gonna fall asleep here. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, man. I don't feel yucky. Don't have a headache. Just can't wake up. Can't bloody wake up. Wake up. No kidding, man. It's 6:30 at night. Oh. And it's not like I'm doing something I don't want to do. Which way does this thing face? Oh, and there's a little like. Maybe I can get my daughter to watch The Duelist. Okay. You time out now. It shows like a little like license plate thing, but I don't see one on here. Oh, here's a little front headlamp. Hasagawa had pretty good artwork, but the Fujimi is just really top dog. And I did do an ME 109 inventory. I've got that one that I have as a rec. I have an E. I have another one that is this one right here. That's the tropical, and I have an F that I can make tropical. So the E does not actually have decals for. This one has decals for the desert. So does the F2. The E one does not. It all has like Battle of Britain stuff. So not that there's anything wrong with that, but. Need some of those German pep pills. No, man, I might be doing some war crime shit if I had some of them German pep pills. I think everybody had some, didn't they? Everybody had the crystal meth. Or whatever it is. Methamphetamine. It's a little bit smaller, so it fits in there. said crystal, and then the stream died for a second. I don't know shit about any of that stuff, man. Everything I learned about drugs I learned from watching Narcos Mexico. True story. True story. Alright, let's get the little headlamp on here. Little Nazi headlamp. To see or not to see? Not see. Man, I gotta use a restroom again? Man, all these liquids. Be right back. Alright. Literally got the handlebars on this thing left, and that's about it. And probably build little figures that go in there. They actually look pretty decent. I have worse figures than that, let's put it that way. I have worse looking figures than these that definitely look usable. Let's turn them this way so we can get a little bit farther to the edge. And then likewise on this one, do the same thing. And since we're dealing with this stuff right here, that way we can get rid of the sprue. Nothing else here. What do we have left on this sprue? The canvas top here. I'm not sure what the hell piece 50 is for. Or 21. There's 20. Nope. And then these couple clown figures. Some leftover Hasegawa figures from the 88mm gun that my buddy Jeff had. And they're pretty plain. They're definitely usable. Oh, number 5. Number 5 on something. Nope. Oh, this is the base for him. Okay. That's the piece. That's the base. Oh, dude, he's missing a boot. Part of a boot. Miscast. Oh, you know what? This looks like stuff that would hold the wind visor up. Let's see if that's shown on here. It is. It's shown installed here, but it doesn't ever show you to put them in there. Sneaky Joker. All right, well. I'm going to put this as my spare German parts. And then we can pitch the rest of this. I'm not liking how apparently really delicate this thing is. Now, we're going to have the loop part up. So then it's just a matter of It's got to be like that, but and it's got to be towards the inside. Thank goodness this glue is as thin as it is. That looks good. Really? Where's the other fucking piece, man? Arm, 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 arm. Jesus H. Christ. Let's see. It's relatively large. I don't think it ever went to the. I don't think it ever fell to the ground. I don't remember dropping it. Not this, is it? Whoa. I don't understand why this happens so frequently. I'm careful as shit. And the piece didn't go flying. It was here a second ago. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop looking for the son of a bitch. Yeah, it was right here. Didn't get scooted around or anything else. I don't understand what the problem is. And this fucking wheel just has moved on me so many times. I just don't understand what the problem is. Well, fuck you, plastic piece. Back to the cut and crad. Cut and crad just has a little thing that flips over it, so we need to eliminate this. I know what we're going to do after this. We're going to do something a little different. You're going to wake me up a little bit. Although, I feel like it's finally working. Yep, that's good. Let's just trim up this handlebars. Lighting wheels is my freaking bane. Doing chariots and carts where the axle goes all the way through is so refreshing. Yeah, epoxy makes a big difference. Epoxy makes it. However, you know, this soft cement, you can like correct it. Apparently my bane is losing track of these little small parts. Dude, it's right here. You motherfucker. It's got to be on the ground. Or I breathed it in. It's not that small of a piece. I inhaled it. All right, cute little thing is done. What the problem is? I just transmission on. Would you test the car into the bathtub to see if it's gonna swim? No, it probably flips upside down. Yeah, I'll watch the video tomorrow and find out where the hell it disappeared at. It's right here. I wasn't gonna put the windscreen on anyways, so not a huge deal. Not yet anyways. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble these figures since they're here. See if I can cut myself. So worst thing about soft plastic figures is you can't do this. I'm having a little bit of a dilemma on what color to paint some of my British vehicles. I've just been putting off doing them. The Matador and Company. No. Can't do this with soft plastic figures. Man, where the hell is Marcus, man? I think he got sequestered by a group of angry baristas. The reality is the one where it's at is up against the machine gun anyway, so if we're going to be missing one, that'd be the one to be missing. I didn't know how I was going to fit it in there anyway, so. Let's see if, where's the little thing that I got here? Let's see if this gets us anyways. Might have had a day like mine on Friday and had dealings with demanding Karens. Yeah. What is it exactly that you do? Well, not exactly. Not exactly what you do, but you do something where you call people on the phone from home, right? Is that pretty much what you do? Something customer service related? I don't need to know specifically what it is, but I know you're one of those bastards that works from home. What are you calling me a bastard? Because you're a lucky bastard. One of those lucky bastards that works from home. You wear whatever the hell you want. I don't mean you walk around naked, but I mean you could wear this. Right? You could be comfortable. That actually worked pretty well. Karen. So the Karens have made it over to the United Kingdom, huh? I think they'd be called something different over there, like Lois's or something. I don't know. Galenda's. A name that's popular in the UK but not in the US. I don't know, Sophie. Some old blue-haired biscuit-eating bitch. Named Sophie. That's actually why I didn't want to name my daughter as Sophia as a first name, because I didn't want her to, calling her Sophie. Sophie's some blue-haired British bitch to me. They call me 99% of the time consumer relations and product support, essentially. So, during an 8-hour day, What percentage of the time are you on the phone with someone? 7 hours of it? Is it like basically like you get on a phone call and like, okay, you stop and you're basically sitting around doing something until they call again, and sometimes it can be 30 minutes, or is it just like one call after another one? Man, I bet you get a lot of people you don't understand what the hell they're saying. I have a problem with my knick-knack. I bought it and it's not working properly. That, but, not clear. I remember when I had my Dell support, and maybe even the gateway. I'd call somebody who was a trouble center, and I'd get somebody from, Madras, or whatever the fuck they call it now. I use the old British name. Which is fine, except I can't understand them. So I explained to them, what went wrong, what I did, the steps I took so far, and they just ignore all that. They're reading from some playbook that already has everything that they're going to answer to. You're turning on computer on. What did you turn your computer on? What did you turn your computer on? And yes, I told you exactly what I did all throughout the process. I do everything the same way every time. I'm not looking for what would be challenging? Let's do everything in a reverse order. Usually it's Irish people. When it's busy, it's nonstop. Sometimes it can be quiet, but I do emails when nobody's on the line. Yeah, I'm constantly in between one thing and the other, and I do I'll make a phone call to either confirm something, or somebody will order something. I make a promise. I look at it on the schedule, and I immediately put my phone on Do Not Disturb until I get that accomplished, and then I pop back up. It's almost like a submarine. Like you're sneaking up on a convoy. You're like, all right, where are they? Okay, nobody around. Okay, downscope. When you get in there, they go in for the kill. Because if you don't do stuff like that, you're going to inadvertently make a promise and get distracted and forget. Because it's just like one thing after another after another. So, yeah, I use cruise control. I use Do Not Disturb. Door closed a lot. Like Friday sucked, but man, Friday felt like it was 3 hours long. So, never a dull moment. Okay, this rat bastard's done. It's not a bad figure. It's kind of a basic figure, but it looks better than SHQ guys. Yeah, and they should fit. They should fit these vehicles. Irish people. Oh, I got a problem for you. Except they're not that clear. Actually, nice using this little file. This is a little file set that I'm sure it's not high quality, but it's high quality enough to. I think they gave to multiple people at the Christmas party for the model group, and it's not something I would have bought myself because it's something like I don't feel like I need it. It's 99% of the time it's Irish people, so you got nothing but Mick problems. I don't know what metal this is, but it's 100 times stronger than the plastic, so it actually works pretty fast. Okay. He's good. And this 3 figures? 4 figures. We got this paraplegic guy with no arms. Oh, he's got 1 arm. He's got no legs. He ain't got no legs yet. He's the Black Knight of Schwaben. Alright, so he's got the steering wheel. Now we've got a bunch of different arms. Let's see who fits where. I wonder if he's the guy that fits on the Kettenkrad. I think he's the guy that fits on the Kettenkrad. Because his legs doesn't fit in. He doesn't fit in there with legs. Although this guy doesn't really fit in there either. Dude's on a date. Let's see if they've got on the instructions here. Well, this guy has a map, but they didn't give you. This is the arm that goes with this dude right here. Oh, he looks like a. If you see your papers, what are these paper Nazis? I should use that terminology. Got any paper Nazis in your army? Who? Paper Nazis. What the hell's a paper Nazi? The guy runs around saying, "Oh, let me see your papers." Paper Nazi. Oh, this guy's got a big old thing on his back. Big old injection. Nice. All right, the paper Nazi. Rudolph the paper Nazi. All right, one of these guys has a rifle. Okay, are these two the same damn figure? Let's see what the difference between them is. They're damn near the same figure. And I actually have a face that looks like Alexander the Great. I know that sounds weird, but it does look like Alexander the Great. I'm going to have to take a picture of that. Let's zoom this best. Let's zoom in on this Joker. It's actually a really good face. I think this guy will actually turn out okay. Look at this guy. Looks like Alexander the Great. No? It's the downturned mouth a little bit. Looks like he's made out of wax. It's not a bad figure at all. It's probably somebody's in discount. Plastic figure. Fuck it, he's no good. I said, well, he won't be with that attitude. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Alexander the Great statue. Not that one. Not that one either. Actually, he does look like. So you will name him Grossa in games. Well, he doesn't have a stand. He can't have a stand because he's like stuck on a figure. But yeah, maybe. It's a good figure. It's a good figure. So that face is a good face because it doesn't look like anybody in particular other than Alexander the Great. Much better than a Britannia face. Yeah. Got good features. All right. Alright, so one of these two guys, and they're the bloody same, so we'll just pick this guy. He's going to have this the rifle. This reminds me of the days of putting these 135th scale figures together. Sorry I was falling asleep. I think I've woken up a little bit. Probably thinking, hey, it's midnight in fucking England. Why can't you stay awake, asshole? Good point. I'm not doing coke. Speaking of not doing coke, let's do some coke. I come here to get things done, not to not do things. All right, this guy glued together? Yeah, all right. Sit your ass down. This stickum stuff is like essential. All right, now, as far as right arms go, I have two choices. And they're both exactly the same. So, that's good. We don't have to worry about that. Guy's doing kind of a weird gesture. Oh. That's weird. I'm missing an arm too. What the flaming fuck? Dude, I was super careful. Like everything's fucking here. Alright. You rat bastards of... I'll be right back. Go grab something from the garage. Found it. It's on my seat. I'm not sure I want that arm on this guy. It seems like the driver's arm. That's why it's just kind of throwing me off. Let's go ahead and remove it and just leave him be like that. All right. Now let's see if we can't fit this thing in here. It must have gotten on my shirt somehow and then fell behind. Good Lord. It's going to be tricky to get it in that spot, but especially since that MG's in the freaking way. Let's I mean, I got superb vision. Would take my contacts out for this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, well, I think we're able to get everything to work out here. See if these little wheels are. Yeah, somehow I'm missing it. Well, I got lots of extra arms. Let's just punt on that. I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna put these little guys in a little baggie. All right, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to do a plane next? Or another vehicle? You pick. It's a secret. Make sure you give up. I'm going to put this thing in here as well. And these figures are actually alright once you put them on a penny. It gives them some heft at least. A train. I don't have a train. Train. I got aircraft. What was this at? Let's put this in the... I just needed to wake the fuck up. ME-110. Wow. I was going to do the little Russian plane because I don't have any doubt about what I'm going to do about the Russian plane. Like, in other words, I know I'm going to have the landing gear down because it's got fixed landing gear. ME-110, I'm a little disappointed in it. Here's what the model actually looks okay. They said, it gave me, you got extra decals. So I do have extra decals, but the ones it comes with, doesn't have. And the ones it comes with has like that Hornet nose, or you want me to do a 110, huh? All right, let's do the 110. Fuck it. Let's do the 110. I'll be right back. You go hang with me. We'll do the 110. Okay, let's start over again, since I'm obviously retarded. Okay, so this 109E4 only has one decal option, and it's August 1940. I'm probably gonna whenever I do this one, probably do this one for Battle of Britain. So it's actually a nice paint scheme. Okay. And what I was saying is I can bring these things in here and store them in because these aren't contaminated with the dust particles. Okay. This one you can make this version of it or an Africa one. You can't tell by this, but I looked at the instructions today. You can make an Africa one as well. I just don't give a shit about what's flying around France after Battle of Britain. I don't. I know the Spitfire 5s and 109s fought over France, but there weren't any landings or anything like that, so I don't really give a crap about that. So this does have a desert option as well. That's actually what I got it for, is to make another wreck. These two and the one that I made as a wreck were bought for wreck purposes. This one I got the other day. And here's the 110, which we'll take a look at that in detail because that's what we're going to work on next. This is what I wanted to do next because it's cute little bastards, and I don't think I'm going to have any doubt how I want to paint it. And of course this one that was only $5, even though it's a Tamiya model, because somebody decided to paint the red nose cones on there. I'm like, okay, zippity doo dah. We'll use some thick ass fucking paint, but I think we'll be all right. It's a Tamiya model. Okay. Now, I believe, and I hope I didn't throw this away, I believe the Walrus came with a stand that you can use. So I'm just going to move these things out of the way. Leave the 110 out here. Yeah, this one and this one were $4 together. Like, okay, and this thing actually looks really decent. I've never built an IC on anything. And it's a quaint little World War I looking plane. I'm not really sure what the hell's in this plastic bag. Oh, the canopy. Some kind of canopy. Cute little model. The 110. Heavy duty box. Hornby Hobbies Limited. So I opened this thing up. And it has this extra set of decals from Tech Mod. And in these extra decals for Tech Mod, they give you some swastikas that you get to put together, and then you get to be the Nazi. Nice set of decals there, full color. Two aircraft here, and then an aircraft back here. France, May 1940. This will be a Battle of Britain one, I guess. Oh, it even gives you the references. Osprey aircraft of the Aces 25. A 110D, a 110C, April 1940, and 110C1 in 1939. Well, we're not doing that. And then I think there's actually another option in here. Oh, this just has all three of them together. So I'm like, cool, I'll have like 5 decal options, right? Because this comes with decals. Well, the ones that originally come in here aren't in there. So I don't know if there was a lot of planes that were selling. It says decals not included. Like these guys seem like they bought like maybe a lot of these models and then lifted the decals from them. That's what they got them, and then they wanted to sell the model out. But the decals that come in there aren't in here. What is this? This is a C2 and a C2 and a C4. And the versions that come in here heavy duty paper. I guess it gives you 2. One of them from northern France with a shark's mouth on it. And then one for Barbarossa with the Hornet thing. Schnell Kampfgeschwader 210. And neither one of these two decal options are in here. So, you know, the solution, of course, is you buy another one of these and then you get the decals. If I want it that badly. But they aren't included in here. Oh, we're here again. What's this? A Piloten? Oh, he's a really nice figure. Oh, this guy's good. I'll show you what he looks like. He's got a good face. It's like some guy just sitting on a recliner. Let's take a picture of this guy. Come on. All right, let's do 3 times. Actually, he looks like a Tuskegee Airman. Little bit. Nothing in here? Nothing in here. All right, we're going to keep this box open down here. Man, we got Greek instructions. How really strange that is. Yeah, they got nice panel lines on that. It's nice and thick. Really nice, actually. All right, they want me to build the pilots first. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay? You're not the boss of me. We're not doing that first. All right, 12D. I'm going to build inside stuff. Okay? Here's 12. Okay? And we got 13D, which should be nearby. High numbers, high numbers, high numbers. Here's 13. And 31 and 6. This looks like that's 14. Some low numbered ones around here somewhere. Here's the other pilot. No, all the numbers are on this side. Oh, 31 is the color code. 14D. It is this one. Okay, and they want you to put a decal over it. Decal 6, which of course I don't have, because I don't have the original decal sheet. No, I may not be able to finish this thing. I don't mean tonight, I mean just period until... Plastic trims really nicely. Let's just get close. Okay, these 3 pieces are done. All right, so this is the front of the vehicle, and there is like a little bump thing there. So this thing's going to slide and fits really well. Okay. 31 is this one. And is it the same piece either way? Yes. And this is going to fit like so. Okay, it's got a little cradle for it to fit in there. All right, so we're going to lift that there. All right, we're done for the first step. Oh, okay. It's having you put it on there, and it's having you to putting it on there a certain way. So the stick is 15D. 1951. Here it is. Stick's actually pretty big. We're building an M Messerschmitt 110 per Jeffrey's request. Yes. This plastic trims really nicely. It's an extremely pleasant experience. Okay, it's bent in that fashion. Okay, cool. Strange, there's no foot pedals in there or something. Maybe we'll get to that later. Not that I'm a huge proponent of doing those kind of things on here. We're gonna have to. Okay. A whole drawing just for one little step there. We got some things back here. I have no idea what the hell they are. Oh, you know what they are? They're probably guns that are underneath the fuselage here, and that's the ammunition for them. Magazines. Can use a matchbox stand. I don't know. I gotta find out where the hell the matchbox stand is. I don't think I got rid of it. $17D, $16D, $18D, and why do you give me separate numbers? I bet they're all the same damn piece. Okay, we're still in the D's. They look the same to me. Yep, I'm cutting them all out. No point in complicating stuff. There's one. There's another. Well, the problem making a flying model is they're still going to have the propellers that are stocked. I don't think I'm going to wreck it. Okay, this plastic is really nice. Like, it's not fighting you as you're trying to trim it. Thank you, Airfix. Nice, okay. All right, and they're going to have the part that's wider towards the back of the plane. Okay, which means they're going to be like this. These are fat little things. Is there a problem with these sticking all the way through? Let's see. No, that looks like how it goes. I hate building shit that's not going to be seen. All right, there's your 3 magazines. Okay, 22D is the driver's seat. Right here. I don't think I got rid of the flight stand. Okay, and this should go right in here. And it has a big sink mark right on his seat. Okay? And then back here, we have 21D, whatever the hell that is. Yeah, this plastic is really nice. To clean off the it's not too brittle. I was actually looking for Italian aircraft at the show. Nobody had them. I mean, I don't want to pay full price for them either. I want, somebody like, mistakenly buy, had somebody mistakenly getting Italian aircraft and like regretting it. Like, I want my money back. I want to, Italeri makes those CR-42s, the 32. I forget which one. They may make both. And that would have been ideal. I picked up like 4 of those. I don't want to pay full price for them. Okay, Make sure this is buttered up against that. Okay. And we have this little seat. Oh, that's two pieces. It's like one of them egg seats from, what's that show that I never watched? The Prisoner, right? I had one of them egg seats. Yeah, I'm woken up nicely now. Thanks for hanging with me. You are number 2. Yep. I am now. There's shows that don't make any sense as a kid. Like, I don't know any kid would watch that. Don't make any sense. Doctor Who, they had Doctor Who all the time. What was his name? Tom Baker, the guy with the curly hair. That shit doesn't make any sense to me. I'm 10 years old. What the hell am I doing watching this shit? Like, I don't know what it is. Okay, that's the base of the little egg chair. Not really an egg chair, but just reminded me of that. Ooh, they have sunken tires. That is impressive. The tires are flat on the bottom. Oh, I gotta make this. I gotta make this thing landing. If they're gonna do that for me, I'm gonna make this thing on the ground. That's pretty cool. That's really pretty cool. And little egg chairs over here. 20. Also with a sink mark on the seat. Is Hidden and Dangerous still available? Probably won't run worth a damn. I feel like that's one of those games that never ran well. What do you guys think about that paint scheme that I didn't know even existed? That the British planes had the bottom of one aircraft of one side. Yeah, somebody says, what's the underside color of British aircraft at the beginning of the war? Of World War II. I'm like, duck egg blue, man. Duck egg blue all the way. And I've got this Spitfire Mark 1 that has the paint scheme supposedly for is black on one side of the wings and the other one's white, like underneath. Like, that looks wrong on so many levels. What do you guys think about that? That's news to me. Ooh, look at this. This thing fits in here nicely, almost like without glue. For the Emperor. There you go. So far, this has been a really pleasant experience. This is the materials this thing is made out of is really nice. Okay. I actually like doing the little adjustments with the tweezer. That was until June 1940. Then they introduced duck egg blue green. So I should just do mine as Duck egg blue. That's what I was going to. Then I found out that the brown and green was only in like a couple different ways. It wasn't like just here's these two colors, paint it however you want. Oh no, none of that. It was like followed a pattern. Okay, and it tells me to put these two flyers in. I'm not going to do that. And then I got to put the halves together. Now here's the problem. I don't have a problem putting this thing together and then painting the cockpit afterwards. Let me just see how accessible it is. Because my preference is to paint everything afterwards anyways. Deep panel lines this thing has. I didn't even check which piece it is. It's like, oh, it's the fuselage. So I wonder what the maneuverability of this plane is compared to the P-38. I suspect the P-38 was more maneuverable than this one, but why? They both have inline engines. I mean, the P-38 was faster, but I don't think it was that much faster. I think this is a better looking aircraft than the P-38. Not that the P-38 is ugly. I'm not painting the cockpit separate. We'll build it, and then we can get in there and we can reach everything I want. I like this because when you cut this even, it doesn't take the last little piece. It gives you like a little bit to sand off. Hidden and Dangerous 2 is on GOG, so it's working on modern tech for a whopping £19 at the moment. I don't remember if I had that one. I know I had the first one. I think the very first mission is like in Czechoslovakia or somewhere like that. Not Czechoslovakia, in the Balkans somewhere. And it involved a bridge. I think it involved this bridge. All right, this is going to fit. Let's see. All right, this piece is going to go right there. I got high hopes for the fit and finish on this thing. So far, I've been pretty impressed with how this fits on here. Okay. That seems to fit. All right, like so. Hidden and Dangerous 2. So the first one's right out. You can't. Oh, I know what I need to get. And I think I know where it is now. I clean this area. Let's see. I think they're up here. Yeah, here's the stand. Look, here's the stand for the Walrus. Bubba Rands were here. I guess they're not. Yeah, you're not really that needed that badly. Bubba Rands. And a fit on this thing is really good. I mean, it's really good. Really good. Okay, this fits tight here, fits tight everywhere around, except up here at the top. Up here at the top, it doesn't quite close up. Why? What is thy problem? Everywhere else, this thing is just, this closes up better than a real aircraft. What is the problem up here? So I think what we're going to do, I would have never done this check for fit thing. I actually enjoy doing the check for fit. It's kind of fun. Could always just trim a little bit of it. Let's try. Make sure this is seated in the correct place. No, we'll close up. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do then is, if this thing cooperates, I don't want to just take it off of one side. I gotta watch that chair. That chair's a little. It's not gonna take much. Ah, who the fuck am I fooling? How's GOG work? If it's on there, it'll work on your computer and you get to keep the game, but it's still like a download. I don't know. All right. I bet that did it. I've never built one of these before. That sits there. Okay, it sits there. Easy. Easy there, Kingfish. Man, it closes everywhere except there on the front. Okay, I wonder if it's a top to bottom issue then. I was looking at demos the other day, just on a whim, and I'm like, man, this looks like a game I've played before. Men of War, and I played Men of War, and Men of War Assault Squad. I mean, I played the demo on my other computer before it crapped. I removed about half the gap there. There we go. We have closure. All right. Superbus. Oh, man. Oh, somebody's off for a walk. So would you argue they verify it works on the current version of Windows and on modern hardware before they put it up, at least without copious warnings if there's any compatibility issues? I only played Men of War Korea a long time ago. Yeah, I played that one and the Assault Squad. I played the Assault Squad one. There was this curse scenario, and I have all these T-34-85s, and I'm like, come on, you idiots. Come on. I know, you end up knowing too much to, you must be out walking the dog. Right, because you're on mobile. Let's see how we can avoid making a mess here. That is what's next, right? Put the bitch together. Looks like it. Not gonna paint the inside? Hell to the no. This thing fits great. No, walk, lay down. Okay, well, I'll sing you a lullaby. I'm really impressed how well this thing fits together. Well, there's a reason why this company's still around. Although there's a lot of American model companies that aren't worth two shits and a crap, and they're still around. But this is some high quality fit. Well done, gentlemen. Not paint the inside. I can paint all that with a paintbrush. paper is super thick. It's like a coloring book. It's coloring book thick. Oh, that's page 7. That's 8. Okay. Just really, really nice. Okay. Since this trims in an interesting way, we're going to trim this, meaning it doesn't leave a pot mark. It actually leaves an outie. Let me check on one thing. It is like 8:30. Let me make sure the daughter doesn't want to watch something on TV. Just a second. Okay. No viewers. See how we're doing here. Let's see if this works with the back side of this. That's a pleasant sound. Just barely feel that there's any texture on it. Battle Valor has a sale on as the World War II Soviet cavalry might fill a niche. You mean the 20 mil? You know, so I'm a huge fan of those figures. I don't know if there's a bigger fan of those figures than I. Yes. And, however, and they do a great job from like showing you exactly what the figure looks like from all angles. But couldn't help but notice that a lot of their figures look like they have like the molds maybe worn out. And I don't know if that's the case. So I'd hate to recommend them, and it's like, oh, well, these look like shit. Why are you always talking them out? I say, because when I bought them, it was 1995. So they've made a few less of them back then. I'll tell you what, one game I got, and I find it really, really difficult, is Classified 1944. It gets like, oh, I'm kicking everybody's ass. Oh, I'm kicking everybody's ass. Like, what the hell happened? Like, oh my gosh, I can't finish a level. It ramped up in difficulty really roughly. Oh, we got an Audi out here too. That's close enough. I've given up on trying to cut this in a smaller piece. Then it becomes too difficult to handle. Wow, that center line is gone. There was much more to begin with. This thing has nice detailing on it. And I don't think that Airfix is considered like an elite brand or something like that. They do look bumpy. Yeah, that's a shit. I don't know that there's a way to fix that once that happens. Because I didn't realize that it pretty much damaged all the stuff gets damaged. As it gets used, the mold gets worn out. All right. We have the whole undercarriage, which is one freaking piece. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And this thing should fit right on there. All right, let's clip this guy off. See what kind of wingspan we're talking about here. Yeah, if you're playing in some other rule system, you got guys who are hiding behind this thing and you're getting attacked. You decide to throw a grenade from one side to the other, it can't reach from one wingspan to the other. This actually has a pretty damn good big wingspan. I mean, it's like bomber-sized wingspan. I mean, this is... Man, what a tight fit. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing I'm definitely looking forward to. The next model show I go to, I'm gonna pick up a Japanese aircraft. I don't know why. I just do something different. Never built a Japanese aircraft. Look at the. Let me grab the 109. See what kind of a difference we have here. I'll leave my Tommies on there. I mean, it's significantly bigger. It's also twin-engined. They can now make new molds. It's just that they deem it cost ineffective or they lost the masters. Well, they lost the sculptor, that's for sure. He's not around anymore. Imagine if he was still cranking stuff out. I know some people love AB miniatures, and I'm not saying AB miniatures are garbage, but the poses that combat miniatures did are inspiring. These are inspiring poses. That's why I even got into this scale, was those figures. Man, it's almost it's too tight a fit. Let's see, let's go here. What's up, man? What you doing? The ubiquitous, what you doing? All right, it wants me to drill a bunch of holes. All right, why? Why do you want me to drill a bunch of holes now? Oh, you want me to drill a bunch of holes here, too. Why? I mean, you see you have a mark there. Why didn't they come pre-drilled? What's going to eventually go in there? Let's see. impressed with the wheels being. I bet you that Tamiya model doesn't have that. Oh, if you're carrying a bomb or something like that. Well, I haven't decided if I want to carry a bomb or not, so I'm going to go ahead and drill it. We're going to go ahead and drill it. And they're already marked here, fortunately. Okay. All right. Those two, right? And then 4 over here and 4 over here. Plastic is so much friendlier to work with than white metal. White metal is like you did something wrong and you're paying a penance for it. I think after Battle of Britain, these things got related to basically ground support roles. And then later on, night fighters. It's been a hot minute. Okay. Alright, so they want me to basically close up the wheel wells. 2D goes on this side, 3D goes on this side. Let's do them one at a time so we don't put the wrong one in the wrong one. This looks like what they are. Yep. It's okay to have to trim this part right here, right? Like you're gonna have to do that, but just to have the piece doesn't fit in there properly because there's too much of the plastic that got injected in there. That's annoying as hell. That's a QC issue. Like I shouldn't have to be fixing your QC issue. And it actually has a little bit of a bend to it. So this one goes over here. And it looks like it should go like so. And yeah, we got oh, it goes like that. All right. here. Here. Let's grab a little. And then we'll do the same thing on the other piece. I can't believe these tires are melted down, weighted down. I'm really impressed. I would say this is an attractive aircraft. I would even say this is a better looking plane than a 109. This has got some nice lines, regardless of what kind of performance it did. I think this did okay as long as you didn't have fighters that were super maneuverable against it. So a little bit of meat with the Hurricane and the Spitfire. Although I bet it's faster than the Hurricane, but a lot less maneuverable. Oh, well, it's not glued down, so yeah. Of course that's going to happen. We're about to fix that right now. We're gonna glue that in next. Just startled me. Okay. So that's where it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop this back in place, and then we'll let the thin cement work its way into there. All right, there we go. Okay. We drill the holes. We're done with step number 10. Trying to see what it shows there. 32. Oh, the color. Yeah, I don't care about colors right now. Okay. 5A and 4A. Things starting to take shape. Make sure we don't botch that up. This is one of the more expensive models I bought. It was $10. We'll trim those together when they have both pieces on. See how the fit and finish is on this. Wow, really, really good. Well done, chaps. A friendly harumph for you. May the harumph be with you. All right. Man, the panel lining on this thing looks fun to do. I'm not being sarcastic. It looks fun to do. Yeah, I'm gonna need to put this other wing part, and then we're gonna have to stop for tonight, as I haven't eaten dinner, and I don't want to eat super late. Back in the morning, we're probably just gonna roll into this. This is definitely gonna have I think I'm gonna do a splinter camouflage for it, and hopefully I got colors that kind of work. I don't want to keep buying extra aircraft colors. You gotta be happy. You gotta be happy with the stuff you have, not keep buying shit. Now, I just didn't think Airfix models were a good quality, and maybe some things aren't, but this thing's excellent. What happens after that? Oh, we're gonna do a bunch of air brakes and shit like that. Okay. Exhaust things on the bottom. Okay, well, this is where we're gonna stop for this evening. So, thanks for stopping by, folks, and we'll